weekend. One side note on Megalopolis, though, I did my review of the movie last week, and it was a film that a lot of people were interested in, and I'm grateful that people chose to see what I thought about the film. But as I was going through the plot and the premise, etc., I mentioned one cast member in particular, and that cast member's name is Giancarlo Esposito.
Hello, my name is Giancarlo Esposito.
Now, I try to keep my ear to the ground as far as pronunciation goes because I have a last name that's often mispronounced. People say Mural, people say Morel, and so I want to make sure that I am according people the respect of pronouncing their name properly if I can, and if I don't, I try to correct it. And I had actually seen something that surprised me because I had been saying his name, as most people have, as Giancarlo Esposito. But then I saw 2 or 3 other clips of the man himself saying his name, Giancarlo Esposito. So, stupid me, in my review, I decided to attempt to say it properly. I didn't quite get it, but I got close, without making a caveat or an asterisk. And boy, did I hear about it. I'm not talking about 1 or 2 comments here or there. I am talking dozens of comments about Giancarlo Esposito and how I said his name. In a review about one of the most stimulating, as far as I think conversationally, movies of the year, the thing I heard about the most was how I said the name of Giancarlo Esposito.
Hello, my name is Giancarlo Esposito.
And not in a positive way. A lot of people saying, how dare you? And I'm not exaggerating here. How dare you? You should be ashamed of yourself. You've lost all credibility. You shouldn't be talking about movies if you don't know how to pronounce his name. More than one comment that literally said his name is pronounced Esposito, like phonetically. Here's the thing though. It's not.
Giancarlo Esposito, 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 Esposito.
And here's the thing, people jumped on that immediately. I put a pinned comment in that review with a video link to Giancarlo Esposito saying his own name, and yet I was still inundated by people saying, you idiot, you moron, you hack. I was more right about it than they were, but they continued to just assume that they were right. And just, I mean, comment after comment after comment. It was absolutely insane. I even had 3 or 4 different people who I replied to and said, actually, this is how he pronounces his own name, who said, that doesn't matter. This is how it's pronounced, even though I was providing video evidence about how the guy pronounces his own name.
Esposito.
Anyway, this is a box office show, but you get a little bit of a Dan rant as a side. My main point being, I am doing my best to say the name of Giancarlo Esposito the way he says it, not the way I and most other people have been saying it traditionally. And if you're going to yell at somebody on the internet and say, oh, you're incompetent, you're a hack, and you don't know what you're talking about, maybe check first to make sure that you know what you're talking about.
Giancarlo Esposito.